Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Nature's BS. Me and Nick are back. We haven't been on a stream together for how many months?
At least three, probably 3.5. A long
Oh my,
time.
is that how long you're in Skomer for
Yeah, I
two,
was there for
3
3 months, and then it's probably like a week or two either side, so it's probably coming up to 4, which is ridiculous.
Oh
That's a third of
wow.
a year. Oh, too
Don't
long.
say that.
Sorry.
That is ah. We're basically at the end of October now, nearly. We're not wishing it away, but nearly at the end of October.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, we're over halfway. That's too quick.
Yeah. But I mean, I tuned in to last week with you of Andy, so I'm not gonna repeat the same questions, but it looked like so much fun. It looks like you had the best time.
It was so much fun. I think everyone here got Barnacle Thistle, got Cat, Pookie. I think everyone here this week was there last week, but yes, Skomer was just incredible.
Oh,
Last week's stream is on our YouTube channel if you missed it. And yeah, I get through my second run of wildlife highlights. Ultra
uh,
condensed, super compact. Um, yes, a lot of fun.
nice, nice. So you've picked some images for this week as well. I bet it's hard to condense them all because I bet there's so many. I'd just be constantly probably
Yeah.
taking pictures of everything.
Oh yeah, I think I was looking through and just on my phone I'd taken over 1,500. And then with
Whoa.
my DSLR that's probably another 1,000 or so. So Screwing was like, no, I can't have that one. Well, maybe this okay, maybe that one, yeah. A lot of thinking. And I was like, yeah, maybe that's a good number. I looked through and I was like 30 pictures, I can't do that. So I gotta cram it all down again. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Or you
hopefully
can
get a
make like
nice spread.
a PowerPoint, like like a
Just like
PowerPoint like that.
crazy or bird, insects, everything.
Literally everything. So were you moth trapping or anything when you were there?
Yeah, regular moth trapping when we could.
No.
Definitely better during the first half, so like July, mid-August,
Yeah.
and end of August, beginning of September. I think there was like 3 solid weeks of just strong winds with rain throughout. I think it was like
Yeah.
one calm day in the middle, which we put the trap out, but it was amazing. It was just constant wind, and then one day it was still you open the door and you're like quiet and still. It's really weird.
This is nice.
I know something's different.
Can't put my finger on it.
Mhm.
Too bad
Yeah,
that's like today. I- It's so hot today.
yeah,
Is it hot
really
where you
cold.
are?
Yeah, I'm not sure how widespread it is, but yeah, here in North Wales at least, very mild. Like open the door, it's like, oh, it's warm. This is weird. I'm just used to like cool coat, jumper, big puffer jacket. I'm ready for that
Yeah.
kind of season now.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
coats too long.
Yeah. No, I walked I had the door open for the cats, and I walked outside. I was like, when it was dark, and I was like, what the hell? It's really hot. It feels like holiday. It feels like I'm on holiday.
Mm, back to
Yeah.
summer again.
Oh, we've got the aurora borealis.
Oh, did you guys get to see the aurora borealis? Because it was very impressive. And annoyingly, the weather wasn't as good like across the UK because back in May it was like clear everywhere. I
Yeah.
think it's still pretty good in general, but I think some places were a bit cloudy. Pookie says 21 degrees. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. You
I don't know
win.
how it was for me, but it felt like high teens here, like 17 maybe.
It was
Which is a lot.
20 here. So yeah, that sounds about right. But the aurora borealis, I did see it a bit, a bit.
Yeah.
Not mad. Um, but it just makes you want to go and see it in like Iceland or something, or Scotland. Scotland get a really good view of it, don't they?
Yeah, like the further north you are, the better. So I think in UK, northern Scotland's like your best bet for
Mm.
semi-decent aurora. But I think there's a story of a woman in America who had gone to 4 different countries and also Alaska within the US to try and find the aurora, and she she didn't see it anywhere. And then in her own backyard, which I think was like Nevada or like pretty southern US for aurora, and she saw in her backyard what was it, a few nights ago. So
Classic. It is the classic thing of if you want to see it too much, you don't see it. The
yeah,
Earth is like, no, you want this too much. Not happening.
you were
AKA
like,
me.
right now, I just open back, oh, there's the aurora. Just can't be
Yeah,
over it.
I don't
So,
care. I've had enough. Oh, Pookie says city, too much light pollution in a city. Yeah, I think that was mine. I could see it a tiny bit, but I didn't actually drive to see it anywhere. Last time the aurora borealis was here, I drove kind of into the countryside where there wasn't that much light pollution, but I just stayed here for this and yeah, saw it a little bit.
yeah,
Little as let's move to Scotland. Agreed. I haven't
I
been,
mean,
but
yeah, I've been to like mid Scotland, but what a country, what a place to explore and things.
I need to
Just
go.
top of a mountain watching the aurora. Oh, be amazing.
Chef's kiss. That would be really nice. I was thinking of going this autumn, but autumn is creeping away from me and I still haven't gone.
That's true. We're almost out of autumn as well. Oh my goodness, this year is going
Mm.
quick.
Oh yeah, maybe spring.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll go in spring next year. That would be nice because I've been told Isle of Skye, Isle of Mull. Anywhere else?
I've heard. I think just like the whole Outer Hebrides
Mm,
and Hebrides and the Highland. I think just everywhere. It's just
Hebrides. Yeah.
incredible. Um, yeah, I'd love to just go on like month-long tour or something, just going just everywhere you can.
This
Just
is
looks
what I'm
amazing.
thinking.
Yeah, Orkney, Shetland, so it's like yeah,
Shetland. Oh yeah, Orkney and Shetland. Yeah.
just everywhere.
I'm not coming back. Once I go to Scotland, I'm gonna stay there.
Going on holiday and oh, I might just live here now. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I might live here. I'll bring the cats. Bring them on
Enjoy
little
the
leave.
weather, right? Barnacle's here for the Scotland talk. Come visit you, Barnacle.
Hmm?
You come visit Barnacle.
Yeah, exactly. I can take recommendations as well. I need them because I'm never coming back. I need lots of recommendations.
Place where you can stay for a long time.
Yeah, no, defo. Yeah, next spring. I did see a video actually of someone that got a video of a capercaillie, and they're just such big birds.
Hmm.
That's
No,
it.
because I feel like there's like a grouse. You're like, oh, that's pretty big. It's like a big chicken, and there's the capercaillie is like 4 times the size. You're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, like King Kong of the chickens. Basically. Barnacle bum. They look like hefty beasties. They do. Have you seen one barnacle? If you have, I'll be very jealous.
It's just like instead of chickens in the yard, everyone's gone just has their capercaillies all pecking around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Oh.
yeah. I bet they're quite hard to spot. And I guess they're in only on telly. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Okay. Shall we move on to our wildlife encounters?
Let's go for it.
You can go first. I'm
I'll
really
go
excited
first.
to see you. I'm really excited to see them.
What should I start with? So I kind of went for the more classic ones, especially like the puffins and the Manx shearwaters. But I will start with my Manxie, because I had another. I had you can never have too many pictures of Manxies, but this was an extra special one because it's on my head, and you can't top a Manxie on my head. Um,
Ah,
so
that is the
they're
best.
so cute. I'm just remembering it now. They're so cute.
So
Um,
how did it get on your head?
so I mentioned this in the last stream, but basically, Manx shearwaters really poor at just like navigating on land, so they can't
Yeah.
walk really well. They kind of like shuffle, and
Hmm.
that means that they kind of struggle to take off from the land as well.
Hmm.
So to help them, they gain height. So they have like a really sharp bit on the end of their bill, and they can use that to like claw the way up to like sides of rocks or big like thick bushes, maybe bracken if they can, if it's sturdy enough, or me if I'm in the way. So they have that instinct of just climbing up to the tallest point in their local vicinity. Definitely varied between the different fledglings. Yeah, so this is a fledgling on my head. This wouldn't be an adult. So all these fledglings are coming out in early September to fly for the first time, but they can't do it on one night. So they come out maybe for like a week or so, practicing flying further each time, and eventually, when they can, they fly all the way out. So I'd go out. There's colonies just about ever across the island, but I sat in kind of like one of the denser parts of the colonies, and you just sit on the ground, don't do anything, just stay calm, don't move, and they just look waddle up to you, a bit like a duck or a goose if you've seen like waddle with their head down, look a bit like that, and they just like waddle up to you and just like crawl at the side of your leg, and they're on your knees, you're like sitting cross-legged, and it kind of waddles up to you and starts like climbing its way up onto your shoulders. You've got to like parrot on your shoulder like a pirate. And sometimes they just sit there happily for a bit, and then someone's like, "No, I want to go up to the very top," and it's like claw at your face and like climbing at your face, and then you sit in your head. It's like, yeah, this is nice. I'll sit here for a bit. It's really cute. So I just sat with the magazine in my head.
Are you just like, it's chosen me?
Oh
It
yeah,
loves
yeah. Because it
it's
sits
chosen
down, you sit down,
to
and then it like
go.
turns to you and starts waddling. It's like, oh, it's Juice, it's Juice. You just sit there all still. You don't help or anything. You just don't move like a little statue, and then just climbs on top of you and sits in your head. And then after like a minute or so, it's like, okay, now I'm gonna fly away, and like flaps its wings, and then it takes off and it like goes like 2 feet, it like goes flop back onto the ground, and then it just turns around, waddles back towards you, starts climbing back up you again, and it's like, oh,
That is so funny. That is.
funny experience.
I didn't realize they were that bad at like
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's
So
oh,
yeah, I mean, they do look kind of like a bit dorky, don't they?
yeah, they're really funny and dorky on land. It does feel a bit sad, especially with seabirds, because you always see them at their worst. Because they're not designed for land. They don't want to be there.
Yeah.
They just have to be there to raise their young. They want to be out at sea, and just any seabird you see out at sea, flying, swimming, just on the water, anything. They just look. You can tell they're there. Like they just love being there. They're meant to be there. They're designed to be there, just cruising along the waves. And then on land, they're just like flopping around. You're like, oh, so ungraceful. Yeah, they're not built for land, says this one.
And not built for land. Oh,
Yeah.
they are very sweet though.
They're so cute. By far my favorite bird now. Oh my goodness.
Really, it's converted you.
Oh
This
yeah.
is your bird.
Absolutely for life. It's the bird and then just the experience with the bird as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
You know what? Now, like, obviously, I've got this perception of them, how they are on land, like really, like, kind of clumsy.
Mm.
Love to see them at sea, to then,
Yeah,
like,
um,
see the contrast.
definitely easier, I think, on like the west coast of the UK,
Hmm.
so, like along like Welsh coast and like Outer Hebrides, like Isle of Rum. That's like another colony is,
Hmm.
and then in between, I think like March to October, also early October, um, they'll yeah, you see them just like flying and foraging, like far out at sea. So if you have like binoculars or a spotoscope, it's like the better, like the more poked out into the sea you are, the better chances. But I think they're pretty easy to spot if you know where to look, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
You get like boat trips out into the sea and stuff like that, which was amazing. Yeah, because like they travel incredible distances. Yeah, so this little fledgling that's sitting on my head, about like 60 days old or so, fledgling around 70 days. They fly all the way to Argentina. So the seas off Argentina. Some do in as little as 11 days, which I just find mind blowing.
11 days.
11 days from like the small little Welsh island going all the way to Argentina, which is ridiculous.
Can't
Yeah,
wait
it's
to
so
leave. They're like, get me here. I want to go to Argentina really quick. I'm cold.
cute. Um, but yeah, if you can see them at sea, they're called shearwater. They're part of the shearwater family because they have this really cool way of flying where it has a really good name and I can't remember it, but they like catch some wind and they fly up and then they like shoot down and like go right above the water, so like shearing the water because their wings almost touch it as they can like rocket along the wave, and then they go up again, catch the wind, and then shoot down again. It's amazing things.
Barnacle Bum said, well, visual expert, they're not built for land. Barnacle Bum, they are built for hat.
Yes, not for land, but for hat. They do look
They
cool.
kind of look like they're built for hat, I have to say. Look quite comfy.
Yeah, they're happy there. It's like, we've all got to the top and let's sit here for a bit. So cute.
It'd be even cuter if you had the hat on and when you got the hat out, it was still on it.
Yeah.
It's just part and parcel of you wearing the hat now.
So it was a bit cold. That was my maxi hat on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I really want to crochet like a Manxie, like an adult Manxie kind of thing. And then, yeah, I was thinking, or like just as a separate thing, but then you can have that crochet Manxie and then you can like attach it to your hat. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, that would be so cool. And then, yeah, like have a little attachment. Like, yeah.
Yeah, to your hat.
Oh my God, I'm really excited to see it.
1,000 people will understand it, but they'd be like, "Oh my God, it's so cute."
You'll have to just like whenever you wear it, carry this photo in your pocket, just
Like,
as an
what?
explanation.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
So cute. Right, I'll move on. I'll be here all night talking about them, which I hate. I'll go on to a moth because you love your moths. Everyone loves their moths. So convolvulus hawk moths were surprisingly common on there because Skomer's pretty well placed for migratory birds and moths, being like right on the end. So we had our fair share of convolvulus hawk moths, which was really cool.
That is cool.
I think
I've never seen one.
they're very pretty. As you can tell, it's like the patterning of things is really subtle, but really just beautiful with its subtleties. So like the wings have this really lovely like wooden, like worn wooden look, and then the body has like almost like a skull shape on the top, and these really
it
bold
does.
white and orange stripes. It's a very dramatic or like impressive looking moth.
Yeah.
And the
So
size as well.
did you catch many of them? Because to be fair, when I have seen them, like where people post about them, they have like loads of them. Like it won't just be quite a lot.
I think the most was only 2
Oh,
in one
okay.
trap,
Not mad
which is still a
amount.
lot. But I think in previous years they've had like 6 in one trap, which just sounds
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been not the best year for mothing in my experience.
Yeah.
But it's nice just to have some. And they're pretty chunky as well, so yeah, that's my finger. Just like 3 finger widths. Oh, I'm bad with measurements. I say the
Oh,
longest 3 inches or so. So
yeah.
it was a long one. Oh, hi Nathan, how you doing? Welcome to the stream.
He sensed the moth, and that's why
I know.
Nathan just
In
tuned
urgent
in.
reference.
It's like, yeah, Spidey sensors have gone off. Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
these
It's such
are
a pretty moth.
amazing ones.
It's really nice, and I like the skull. It's quite defined on it.
Yeah, I
Never really.
think it can be quite subtle in a way that people might not see it at first, but once you see it, as you said, it's like
Yeah.
it's right there. You can't miss it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Very cool look. But yeah, these are migratory ones, so most of them come up from southern Europe, some even from northern Africa, which again, moth migration I just find absolutely insane. Like these are large moths, but you can get the tiny ones which travel thousands of kilometers. Some of them are just so tiny. It's like one gust of wind just whoosh, takes them away.
Yeah, and like the wing flaps. Obviously, sometimes I think like like I always think this when I'm walking because I've got quite short legs, so I have to do more steps than taller people. But imagine this moth. Imagine the amount of flaps I would have to do compared to me.
Yeah. just going over it. It's like travel no distance at all.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm. It's amazing we don't really know much about moth migration as well. There's so much
Mm,
unknowns about how far they travel, like in one go, and
for sure.
there's so many aspects of it. We just know, like, we think they come from this area of Europe or the globe and things, and they travel to this kind of area.
Kind of area, yeah, yeah.
Not too sure and everything. So,
Yeah,
yeah, it's to study stuff. Go for moth migration.
yeah, that would be really interesting.
Mm.
Well, I saw my first AI moth trap. Mm,
AI moth trap. How's that
yeah,
work?
AI, yeah. So when they fly in, they get identified.
Wait, what?
Yeah, seriously. I AI, yeah, AI is going mad, and it can identify the moths.
So they was like they land in this like photo booth and get
Yeah,
their
they so
picture
they
taken.
I think it's once they land. So I
Hmm.
think when I spoke to someone, moths they can do it with because obviously moths stay very still. So you can kind of
Yeah.
like program the photo into it, and then with the AI, it then can identify what moth it is. But with butterflies, because they flap around too much, they kind of more
True. Yeah, you usually ID them as they're flying away. That's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. And I guess they don't settle as much. Like I guess with a moth trap, you actually have a trap to kind of get them into as well.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I thought that is madness, and it can apparently it can do all the micros as well.
Wow. That's a really weird feeling. Because we have like those AI binoculars where you look at the bird and it tells you what it is. But moth trap.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it.
I feel like it'd be
Yeah,
really weird if I came out. I was like, cool, here's your list of moths. I was like, oh, okay. That's just all there. But the fun is looking. I guess you could say about
yeah,
binoculars as well. Like the fun of birding is working out what the bird is and all that stuff.
yeah. I
Hmm.
I feel two ways about it. Like I think it will be great for like data collection because obviously
Yeah,
it's so hard to for anyone to kind of know every single moth that's landing in your moth trap, including like micros, everything, unless you
yeah.
properly search it. Even then, kind of hard. But at least it's quick. You don't need anyone there, and you get lots of data when moths are kind of like you say, they're under recorded. People don't know much about them, so it might
Mhm.
be a good thing. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I guess you could have it like set up somewhere remote with like a big
mm,
battery, and then it can automatically like turn the light on and off and releases them
yeah,
at the right time. So you could just get free data as such, and it has the picture, so you can check all that stuff. So that's really I've never. My brain's always like AI moth trapping. Like there's no
no,
overlap at all.
I
That's
know.
really yeah, cool and weird and odd, but amazing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
really weird. Yeah, I know. I feel like that's the way things are going now, though. I genuinely do. Like with anything,
Yeah, it's
kind
like
of.
AI with everything.
Yeah,
With everything.
yeah. Not sure how to feel about it yet. Maybe ask me again in a few
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, we should see where everything goes. Because so much stuff has happened in the last year alone with AI. Who knows where it'll go in another year, 2 years? Who knows?
None of us have jobs. No, I'm only joking. We still have jobs.
Yeah, Pookie, there's something like it for birds. I think it's like Swarovski with the binoculars. Very
Uh,
interesting.
uh,
Oh, yeah, there's some eBird, ID birds based on photo. You don't call it AI. Yeah.
based on yeah,
Yeah,
I,
because you got
I
like Merlin ID and all different ID
yeah,
apps.
yeah. So that I guess is still kind of the same sort of thing. But that is a good point. Like, what's the difference between like AI and like because that's probably still AI, isn't it?
Yeah, I think like a machine learning algorithm. So like
Yeah,
lots of pictures of birds and then predicts what your picture of a bird is.
Mm.
Like there's a
Yeah.
line draw somewhere with where you adopt it and don't adopt it. Hmm.
Yeah. Mm. Interesting though. If I can, I would like to have a look at the AI moth trap, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. But
Was it one you could buy or someone made?
oh
Or...
no, I saw it. I saw
Oh,
it. I
like
think
in person?
I saw it in person.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh,
Yeah. I think it was like being used as like a kind of study thing, but like it's actually a thing that is being used.
wow,
Mm.
wow.
Um, Pookie NHA for at home, a Raspberry Pi thingy that listens and sounds like does a Merlin thing and records the data. What?
Yeah. So Raspberry Pi is like basically like a mini computer, which is like
Ah,
the size of like a matchbox kind of size. So I guess you like make your own recorder. It's like plug it into Merlin, just like constantly running and things. Big
oh,
data.
that's kind of cool.
Hmm.
That's cool. Tech bros and their AI bit. Literally.
Yeah, AI and moths.
AI mobs? Question mark. But it'd be like AI and everything because I guess also it could, like is it like Malays traps for insects and stuff?
Yeah,
Like, could that then turn into an AI thing technically?
yeah. I guess you could just automate or AI just so many different aspects.
Mm. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Go carry on with your wildlife accounts.
Anyway, yes.
Anyway,
What should we talk
AI
about?
might be listening to that.
Oh gosh, gonna shut us down.
Yeah, yeah.
Good
Imagine the
things.
stream
I
just cuts
love
out.
AI. Yes.
Yeah. Did I say I'm not sure? I didn't mean it.
I'll go some slow ones next. The last
Oh.
ones with details. Um, yeah, Skomer isn't the best place for your reptiles.
Mhm.
So if you do love your snakes and things, not the best on Skomer. Grass snakes, adders, things like that would eat seabird eggs. So we don't have any of those on Skomer
Yeah.
uh, for good reasons with the seabirds. Um,
Yeah.
so you only get reptile-wise common lizards and slow worms, and then amphibian-wise, you've got so many frogs and toads, and also palmate newts, which are nice. So a few of
Oh,
them like around the wells and the ponds, which was really nice. But yeah, slow worms you do get huge numbers of, such
oh,
as in this photo.
look at those
You basically have a pile of spaghetti, which is made up of slow
noodles.
pile of noodles.
I just
Um,
love how variable slow worms are. Like, look at all those colours.
hmm. It's really nice having so many next to each other because, as you said, you can appreciate the different colors, the different textures, the patterns, the
Yeah.
sizes. Yeah, I think so. How big are they? So I say the biggest ones are like the one down the middle, like really like chunky ones, probably like that kind of size. So inch, maybe just over an inch diameter. So like the big females kind of thing. And then you can see like just next to that massive one in the middle, just to the right, there's like really tiny ones. And the juveniles, so about September-ish time, you get all the fresh juveniles, and they could be like a shoelace size. Like I call them the shoelaces, the baby ones, because they are
They are tiny.
less than a centimeter diameter, and they're just teeny tiny. They're really adorable.
They're so cute. They've got like, I feel like their head patterns are quite strong on the little ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
that really striking contrast from like the
Mm-mm.
brighter upper side and the darker underside, and oh, they're so cute. Yeah, like normal
Oh,
snake size. So yeah, it's like picture your standard snake, and then that's like the larger end of the scale for adult slow worms.
mm,
Very cool.
that's great. It's a great picture. But when you lifted that up, you were like, bingo,
Oh yeah,
jackpot.
yeah. So we had probably about 2 dozen refugia, so large corrugated like metal or like bitumen, so like really dark asphalty kind of stuff. to absorb the heat, so the reptiles like to bask under it. And then every week we do a reptile survey, so go around all the refugia and then look along the path as well for any reptiles. This was always a good spot, so I was like, okay, I got to get a picture because there's bound to be loads on that left. I was like, oh my goodness, that's so many more. So
Whoa.
I think I tried to count this one. I can't remember how many it was, but I think at least 20, probably 25. Yeah, just a whole pile of them. And then once you lift it up, there's like a second or so of calm, and then it's like wriggling away, like
Yeah.
all very cool.
So this is just the question. Say you lifted up one of the refugia and you found like a grass snake. What would the process of that be? Kind of, would you just leave it, or
Um,
you're not sure? I guess it's quite a hard question.
yeah, I guess maybe just the one, because I don't think they'd seen any before that. Then I wouldn't imagine it would be too much of a like worry,
Yeah,
unless I guess if there's one, then maybe another one came because a big thing on Skomer is biosecurity. So we have anything that comes on checked, like construction material wise. Like the guests have to check their bags and then close them before they come on the boat. So there's like no rats, house mice, anything like that.
yeah.
Just because if one pregnant female rat coming to the island will be 800 rats within 6 months and will be the end of the SIBO colony. Almost
Gee.
certainly if it's not caught quickly. So very strict for those reasons. But yeah, I guess if a grass snake got on there, I don't really know. I guess you
Yeah.
would
Okay.
probably try and capture it safely and remove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I might just be very surprised and then yeah, for the warden, like, hi warden, I got a grass snake. Like, interesting.
Yeah.
This would like I'll take one look at this and run away thinking it's snakes. They do get mistaken for snakes a lot. So yeah, I can understand that. And then Bumble will grab your arm and hold you back to enjoy the slow wormies because they are adorable and very cute. Ooh, July on St Kilda. That's cool. I'd love to visit St Kilda. Oh. Grass snakes only eat grass. They're both very
Surely.
sweet. Yeah. Why are they called grass snakes? But yeah, there's some slow ones.
Nice.
Whilst we're on reptiles and amphibians, I'll go to my toad picture.
Oh, I love a toad.
Oh, this is a mighty fine toad. Probably the biggest toad I've ever seen.
Super.
It was, yeah, so size of my hand, so a good almost 6 inches long, kind of length. It was huge. Totally amazing. It really was barnacle. Totally amazing.
Oh, I just love toads. They're really funny. They're funny little things. But that is
Yeah,
a big toad.
it's a big toad. Yeah, so she'd be just a large female. Yeah, it's nice that the females are larger than the males, which I didn't realize before going to Skomer.
Mm.
Yeah, not met one before. Oh, I recommend
Oh,
visiting a toad barnacle. They're very
they
lovely. Good
are they not?
listeners.
Yeah. Looks like an ornament. Yeah, it does. I see. I keep applying for a toad patrol near me, but they've got too many people. And I don't wish someone to drop out, but I kind of wish someone to drop out because I want to be on the toad patrol.
That sounds amazing. I'd love to go on a toad patrol. Yeah, it's like, come on, little toads, it's like buckets or something. Oh, I
Yeah,
want
apparently put them in buckets.
use the stream to send your message. Yeah, this is your video application, Kat, for joining the toad patrol. Toad
Yeah.
patrol.
Oh, I'm basically threatening someone in the toad patrol, so I'm not going to do that. I'd be like,
Gotta
don't
phrase
do
it correctly.
yeah. Yeah, guys, look at your toad patrols. There's so many of them. Save your toads.
Hmm. It's great for the toads, great for meeting new people, and just a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I really want to go to one. Toad liaison officer. What a title! That'd be
totally.
amazing.
Hopefully, Andy will join one this year in his toad outfit.
Oh, can you
He could be
imagine?
like he could be like a midwife toad and carry them on his back. He could be the
Pulling
mummy.
up the road. Don't worry.
That would be funny.
I'd love that. And we're both there just filming him for the stream.
Yeah, yeah. We just live stream him. We won't do our normal stream. We'll just solidly record Andy doing that for 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, there's loads of toads. Skomer. Not too sure why there's just so many.
Mhm.
So within like a 600-meter walk, I had like 212. They're just
Oh,
ridiculous number of toads. And that was on like a
wow.
reasonably poor night as well. On particularly like wet and mild nights, almost every other step is like, oh, there's a toad, there's a toad. And you're walking at night takes at least twice as long
Because
because
like,
at the right time of year you got toads, frogs, snails, slugs. There are so many
oh,
slugs, especially this year, and then also manxies as well. So it's just chaos trying to walk anywhere at night.
that is real chaos. Yeah. Hopefully you didn't stand on anything.
I only like half stood on one toad, which I was impressed with for being out so long. And I was like, I'm sorry, and it looked okay. I think it was
I bet
okay.
it gave you that.
Yeah. Some of them squeak, which I never knew before that.
Oh, what, when you
Like,
step on them?
well, not when you stand on them, not
Oh,
like a squeaky.
I was like, that's kind of fair. If you're standing on them, they'll probably squeak.
Yeah, I think it's like I tried to move some of them,
Oh,
and they like squeak at you, which I never thought they did. Um,
I
they're
didn't
very
know they
sharp,
done that.
like a. I think if you just look
I
at
don't know.
like tone, yeah, that kind of thing.
Oh, so not a
Basically,
squeak,
yeah, first.
more like a yell. Don't touch
Yeah,
me.
um, yeah, so many toads. I love toads.
Oh,
Um,
Nathan Macro says the males call out when you hold them as that's their way of alarming, as they think another male is trying to mate with them. Oh, it thought you were trying to mate with them, Nick.
sorry, toads.
I'm not interested.
No, I'm sure you're a lovely fella, but no, I'm good, thanks. That's so cool. Thank you, Nathan.
That is a really cool fact.
Oh, I love nature. It's those things like
Nature.
that. I'll go with some lichen. There's a nice lichen one. It's a golden hair lichen get on Skomer, which is a pretty rare, like not common lichen, which is very sensitive, as most lichens are, to air pollution. So it needs really good air quality, nice kind of rocky cliffs. And I did some of the mapping for the colonies this year. And it tends to be doing pretty good. It was last mapped in 2013, so it was about 11 years since it was last checked. And all in all, it tends to be doing better, which is
Oh.
a good thing. It's a really lovely colour. It's just like bright, fiery orange. I think it's one of those things which you have to see in person for it to be like to see its proper vibrancy.
Mm.
Yeah, really lovely lichen. It's really nice to go and record. What next? I'll go into the grey seal with the pups because it's a really cute one.
Oh,
Um,
it's
so
pupping season, isn't it? It's just
pupping season. So grey seals have a really good stronghold on Skomer. Get about 250 grey seal pups a year there. And I didn't know this, but the pupping season varies throughout the year. depending on where you're in the UK. And it's not a like south to north thing. It's like a clock, which is I find really odd. So it
Oh,
starts with the earliest pupping in like June, July in Cornwall, and then it slowly gets later as you move clockwise around the UK. So down there in Skomer, it started August time, and
oh,
then up
awkward.
through. Yeah, so we had our
Oh,
first one beginning of August, and then like North Wales would be like end of August, beginning of September, and then you go up towards like Scotland. That's like November kind of time, and you go all the way around. It's like on the East
yeah,
Coast, and that's like New Year's, January kind of thing. But it's weird,
yeah,
it's not
because
like a
that's
systematic
weird.
around, which I haven't
That's
done too
really
much of a deep dive into. Yeah, like we were saying for Selects No Way. I don't.
no.
But I'm
I would
sure in
like
a book or
to
something somewhere.
why. Yeah,
But
I didn't think that actually. I didn't know that at all.
hmm,
Because pupping when I was in Norfolk, yeah, that was always kind of started in October, kind of finished in Jan-ish time.
hmm. Yeah, so
That's funny.
no idea, but there's got to be something going on because you feel like much easier to pup in like early autumn than it is midwinter. Like, why on earth would a seal
Hmm.
do that? But it works if they're doing it. So interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
that is really interesting.
hmm.
So, do at Skomer, what are the threats to seal pups?
Seal pups. Um, main one is human disturbance. So
Okay.
people coming in around the island on boats, um, maybe kayak sometimes, jet skis every now and
Mm.
then, just getting too close, even to a boat sometimes. So seals, all seals, grey seals, common seals, things like that, really sensitive to disturbance, so noise, and also like visual disturbance if you get too close. Um, and when they're resting and like basking on land, they're called out. They need to adjust their body temperature before they go into the water. So if there's like a stampede, which is called if a lot of seals get spooked and they all rush into the water, that rush means they lose a lot of energy because they haven't like prepared
Mhm.
themselves to go into the water. Um, so it's not just like the mental stress of being scared and stressed to go into the water. It affects them physically a lot as well. Um,
Mhm.
and even more so during the pupping season because the cows, so the female seals, are very maternal, so they're very protective of their pups, understandably. They don't feed themselves, so they basically fast and starve themselves for about 3 weeks whilst feeding the
Mhm.
pup. So they just need all the body weight and energy they can get. So scaring them off is even worse than usual. And also the bulls, so the males, are pumped full of testosterone because for some reason in the sea world, the perfect time to mate is whilst just given birth. So as soon as the
Yes.
female's given birth, she is ready to be mated with again. So there's just a lot of sensitive like tension on the beach, you can say, with males wanting to mate with females, females trying to fend off the males whilst trying to feed the pup. The pup's just there very vulnerable on the beach, so very sensitive time of year.
Mm.
But then there's molting, which happens like in the spring, which is another very sensitive time. So any seals, just be very careful with them. Yeah, so this photo was taken from very far away. I had a very long lens, and this is cropped in again. So I am
Mhm.
not just seals and very
No.
far away. One thing you should never do is disturb wildlife to try and get it to look at you or anything like that. So seal pups, keep a safe distance. If they're looking at you, you're too close because they're curious and they shouldn't be looking at you um, if you're a good distance away. So respect the seals, but they are very, very cute
Yeah.
when watched in the correct way. I got some marsh harriers, and then I got some migrants to go on. I guess these are kind of migrants. So yeah, plenty of birds on Skomer. We had some really nice marsh harriers stick around for. They came beginning of August and they're still there when I left, so at least 2 months, which is really lovely to see. So yeah, really leggy birds. That's true. That bottom left one's like really sticking its legs out. I
Look
think they're
at
just about
those
to come
long
to
old
land.
legs.
It's really. I hadn't appreciated how long their legs were until Barnacle mentioned that.
Yeah, they still this photo like supermodels.
Showing off the legs.
Yeah. It looks like they've got big socks as well on that picture with the yellow.
Pulled up high.
Yeah.
high.
Amazing picture though.
Thank you. No, it was nice. They'd be seen every single day. So it was nice to like talk to the visitors. Like, yeah, just go stand near this pond and you'll probably see the marsh harriers. So I got plenty of time to get photos of them, and just lovely to watch. It's definitely one of those birds where like I just walk around. Oh yeah, there's just a marsh harrier there again. Just like this is a really common bird here now. But really lovely bird to see. Very graceful, very elegant. Can you tell if they're male or female? These would be of a female type. So they have like a nice kind of creamy white cap on the head. I think, which I might be wrong, I think the one on the right, so the higher one, is a female. And then the one on the left, so the lower one, I think is a juvenile, just as the one on the left's a bit like plainer, so a bit less patterning and like mottled-ness. And a bit of a more contrasting, like quite defined cap. So I think that would be a juvenile, and then the high one's a female. I might be wrong, but I think they're at least the female types. It's a bit hard to distinguish between juveniles and females. But yeah, we had about four female types and a male type hang around for a while, which is really cool to see. One believes me. That's good. I'll finish with some migrants. So, good place for migrants. Not an amazing place. I think there's some other islands which are better positioned to get like lots of migrants, and then they're all bird observatories. So yeah, people just doing constant bird things. They got no visitors. They're just looking at birds all day. Whereas Skomer's not a bird observatory; it's kind of like a nature reserve, and one for lots of people to come to. So you get like daily visitors. Others don't. So we don't have as much time to go looking for birds and things, but did have enough time to go looking for some fun things. So I'll go the wryneck first, which is really lovely to see. So yeah, so migratory bird in the woodpecker family, which I didn't recognise. It's not a very good picture. I wouldn't say it's an Andy picture. Actually, maybe it is.
No, see it in there. It's there.
Yeah, it's in there. Just to the right of the middle, like a paler grey bird. This was the best view I could get of it, which wasn't amazing, but you could still see it and tell it was a wryneck. So I count that as a good view. But really lovely bird.
Yeah.
Called a wryneck because I think it's the chicks or maybe the adults as well, but it's like a defense. They like ride their necks. They kind of wiggle it to try to look like a caterpillar. Oh, is it a caterpillar? Yeah, I think it's trying to look like a poisonous caterpillar. Because I think if you look like a caterpillar, that's going to make you more attractive to birds. But I might be wrong here. I think that at least the chicks do if they're like stressed or spooked. Which I definitely recommend looking at a video of.
Pookie says snake, he thinks.
Snake. That would make more
Maybe
sense
be
to
a
scare off
snake.
other birds and predators. Okay, sneaky. It's of a snake. But yeah, very cool birds. Very, very sleek looking and elegant. Very beautiful birds. But yeah, that was. I think my two birds I really wanted to see on Skomer with the migrants was a hoopoo and a wryneck. Sadly, no hoopoo. But I did get to see a wryneck. There's a few times which it was seen by the assistant warden, and it was only seen by the assistant warden for quite a few sightings. So he just thought it was a secret pet that she'd get out every now and then. Oh, there's a wryneck seen, and then tucks it back away again. It's like, where is it? It's not here. Oh, it feels. Yeah.
Mm,
Eventually, did get to see one, which was really nice. I love vegetation.
yeah, nice
Sorry.
background.
Yeah, bracken just covers almost all of Skomer. But it was that really lovely time of year when some was starting to go over. So you have like dark greens and the really lovely, almost like coppery browns, like rusty looking ones. So really lovely
Mm.
mix of colours, which is really nice. Oh, Pookie, a woodpecker that doesn't drill their own nest in a tree.
Mm.
If you, yeah, if you could see like a nice picture of them, they look like they're in the woodpecker family, that kind of, that quite like long look, bit of like a longer neck. Yeah, really lovely bird. And then I'll finish with my spotted flycatcher. This is another migratory bird, so passing through for the autumn, and I'd never seen them before Skomer, and then we just had a really large influx of them. So
Oh,
they're really cute. They're one of my new favorite birds. Um, they're very cute looking, uh, very pretty, and I just really love their kind of like character. So they're very kind of curious looking around, and they're a flycatcher, so they have like a spot on their perch. They wait for like a fly or an insect to come past, and then they really quickly like dart up, catch it, and then come back to that perch.
oh, that's
So it's just
cool.
really fun to watch. So you just see him perch, and then like flies up, catches something, comes back, and he like goes somewhere else, hovers for a second, and then comes back to the perch. So very fun to
They're like
watch.
they are like the greens, love to sit on the ground and eat ants. That's
For the
the other
wrong
one.
neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, this is a lovely little photo though. It's
Yeah, this
perched
is
there
one of my
waiting.
favorite photos.
And
So
it
kind of
blends very nicely.
That's
Mm,
true, it does.
with the wood.
Yeah, that's why it's such a pleasing photo. It's very nice. Sounds a bit like a kingfisher darting to the same spot. Yeah, it's a bit like that barnacle. Um,
Mm,
yeah, just like you watch its perch and then it just leaves and then comes back to it again. Um, this one's really nice. I was sitting at the end of the fence, and then it started at the end, and then slowly, as it got used to my presence, it was so you can fly off and then perch just a bit closer towards me. Yeah, you got really nice, really close. I got to a really nice picture. But a very lovely bird.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's all I got from my encounters, apart from one more, which is for my highlight. So, yeah. How about
Oh,
you?
lovely. Um, Also, I find it hard to go after all of these amazing ones. All of your wildlife encounters are really good.
All wildlife counters are good.
True, this is true. Well, I've been mainly, obviously, haven't been very well, but on Sunday, I was like, right, I'm going to go on a nice walk and I'm going to try and find some fungi. So I found some fungi. I did actually say I would. And I know we're doing a fungi off, but I was thinking there's plenty more fungi to find for the fungi
Is it?
off. So
Yeah.
may as well. Because is it elf cups? They start coming out in November. Is that right? I
Yeah,
think.
I think they're quite a wide fruiting season. I think, yeah, you
But
can count them around
yeah,
November. That sounds right.
yeah, because I couldn't find any, even though I don't really have much like luck with them anyway. But I found some cool ones. Anyway, I'll do my first one, which is Amethyst Deceiver, which I think we found a lot
Mm.
of last year. But I think this is this is quite a pretty one. I like the speckles on it.
That's a really lovely one.
Yeah, it's a nice one, isn't it? Like speckly stem and then really purple.
Mm.
Mm. And then my other one, what did I get? Oh, aniseed fungi. This was a new one for me.
Um,
As you can imagine, aniseed, like blacky.
ooh.
There's fun. Um, and then one that I think a lot of us found last year as well, rosy bonnet. Found quite a few of these, but I really like them. I do love bright coloured fungi. Like there's something about it.
It is amazing just the variety in colours because you think mushroom brown or maybe like
Yeah.
light brown or dark brown. You would think like bright blue or red or yellow,
Oh,
green. It's amazing the variety in colours.
oh
Yeah, like that
yeah.
pink, gorgeous colour.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And like they go all different colours as well. Like I saw quite a lot of rosy bonnets, and then this was obviously a nice like fresh one. And then like once it gets older, it goes into like a more like a darky
Mm.
pink. Like yeah, yeah. I love them. And once you start seeing them, that it makes it so much like it just opens your eyes, doesn't it? It's like, oh, I've seen one.
Yeah, once you start looking, they're
Yeah,
everywhere.
you can see them everywhere. Um, Then, oh, one I found. I think it might be a type of slime mold. I'm not sure, but it looked really cool. I don't think the pictures do it justice, can I just say? Because like it had this like yeah,
Whoa.
like it had this like whitey stem and then like the cap, but it was like fluffy.
Almost looks like a crystal or something, just like really jagged, but
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
that's
it is.
really cool. I
Yeah.
have no idea what kind of mushroom that is, but very
I,
cool.
I don't. If anyone knows, please let me know. When I was
Snail.
googling it did kind of a snail.
Pookie says snail question mark?
No, surely not. I think
I can
that's
see
a
there's like a
slug.
slug on the left.
Yeah, there's a slug next to it, but it was like the way it had the white stem and then like kind of like the orange top,
Hmm,
like a mushroom, but it was just like super floofy.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Barnacle bum. It reminds me of some breadcrumb sponges I find in the sea.
Oh,
Oh, that is cool. It does seem like something you'd find in the sea. If you put that in the
yeah,
sea, I wouldn't think
yeah.
twice. Yeah, I don't think it is the slug poo here. I think the slug might be eating it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, slugs eat
Yeah,
mushies. Pookie says.
yeah. I would like to find out. Maybe I'll put it on the Discord and see if anyone can
Yeah,
pick it.
yeah, put it in
Um,
there.
then I had an orange bonnet, which I believe is an orange bonnet, but I wasn't 200% sure.
The little dainty one, so pretty.
A
Yeah,
little
dinky says
ding.
barnacle.
Yeah, it's
Dinky
very
dinky.
dinky. As you can imagine, it was very, very hard for my phone to focus on this little. I was there for quite a long time. But I think it's just gone over. But I believe it might be an orange bonnet.
Hmm.
Um, what else have I got? Oh, maybe a sulfur tart. I put sulfur tart to
Ooh,
question. If anyone could confirm.
like it. Again, I'm not
Why
too
not?
great on.
Hmm?
Again, I'm not too good on my mushroom and things, but it
No.
does look like so intriguing to the
Yeah,
barnacle.
intriguing. Yeah. Um, I think then my last one is an unknown one. I don't know what it is. And it's been
Oh,
chomped quite a lot.
oh
Um,
no, been dissected for analysis.
so, but I didn't see anything else like that. That was like that bright yellow. So it might have been one I already found, but this seemed like really
Hmm.
bright yellow, and obviously something really, really likes it. Finds it
Old
delicious.
London man says barnacle.
Yeah. I know, it's
It
what it
does
looks
look
like a
like
bit.
yeah, very like
Now I'm starting to
uniform
doubt it. No,
green.
it wasn't. It wasn't.
Oh no, look, that top one definitely helps with. like just the top nibbled off, so you can see like the stem and the cap and the gills.
Yeah. Imagine, yeah,
The
what
lemon
fungi is this?
that is a lemon.
It's a lemon. I would feel like a lemon. My next one is a common lizard. Talked a bit about reptiles. Found this weeks ago. And I mean, chances of seeing lizards are quite good at the moment. They're quite good in October. So they'll be feeding on lots of invertebrates to stock up for the winter. So then they'll hibernate in groups, like between wood, under rocks, or dead trees, between November and March, and then they will come out to forage in kind of milder conditions to get more energy. But it's a good time to see them in October. Apparently, you're more likely to see them. What a cutie!
I know, I was say it's so cute to sit in your hand.
Not actually my hand, but
A hand.
a hand, yeah.
I
I
didn't
know.
realize
They
they hibernate in groups. That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. They like some company when they're snoozing. They like a snuggle.
Oh, sleepover. Party.
Yeah. I don't know because when it was very still, like you know, like we've been a lot of reptile surveys when you're trying to like catch um lizards, and it's like literally so hard. Like you have to have like such quick reactions. But this was really, really kind of still and calm on on the hand in the photo. But I think it was probably because it was warm, because his hand was warm.
Was it
So
quite a
it's
cold
probably like
day?
fairly cold, yeah.
Yes, and I was
So I
like,
think,
oh, it's nice and cozy on here.
yeah. Do you mind if I stay? Do you mind if I
Yeah.
bring my friends?
Come over, guys. It's lovely.
It's lovely. This is a great place to hibernate.
Pulls up the sleeve and everything.
Yes. You just carry like hibernating lizards with you
Yeah.
all winter.
Do you know where that jumper last week? Oh yeah, but I can't take it off. I got some lizards up there.
Can't take it off. Yeah, and my last one is this ground beetle. And if Nathan Macro is still in the chat, I know it's a ground beetle. Not sure too much what species it is.
Yeah, I'll just say ground beetle. That's my
Ground
best I could do.
beetle.
Ground
I
beetle
don't know.
spur.
Yes, but full stop. I just thought it was quite pretty as well, like the colours on it. I just think beetles are great.
It's really cool. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure these are called living bearing lizards.
lizards. Oh,
Cool.
that is cool.
Dutch has cool names for birds.
It
Well,
does
birds
really.
and animals and everything.
Yeah, it does seem quite cool there. But yeah, that's mine. That's mine done.
Cool. Should we do our species highlights?
Yeah, I don't actually have one this week, so
I'll
you go.
do my one. So my one is also a fungus,
Ooh.
but not of the traditional toadstool or slime mold type. But it's a parasitic fungus on flies, which is fun.
Ooh.
This is called Entomophthora muscae, or sometimes called the fly death fungus. It's a fairly frequent fungus which infects different species of fly, and after several days, the fly tends to crawl to a high point, extend their legs, and open their wings, ensuring the fungal spores are dispersed as widely as possible. You can tell a fly has been infected by the unusual resting position of the stretched legs and open wings, and the hyphae, which is part of the fungus, have burst out of the fly's body. So that's what you can see in the picture here. Kind of has that like crusty, almost like mucusy look coming out of it. So that's just the fungus kind of bursting outside of the fly's body. And then you can see like the wings are like folded back, they're kind of like lifted up, kind of almost above its head, which is another characteristic look. And then sometimes you see with like its back legs like properly, like completely straight, kind of pushed all the way out. The fungus seems to be something like out of a zombie apocalypse film. So if anyone's seen or played The Last of Us, it's like that kind of thing, as it takes control of the fly's brain in order to effectively spread to more hosts. It's a fairly common fungus, so keep an eye out for any dead flies on the tops of plants, trees. I found one inside the house, just like attached to some card.
Wow.
And apparently it appears to be most frequently seen in spring and autumn. Not too sure why.
Mm.
But yeah, it's really cool. I've seen 3 or 4 of them over the last few
Wow.
months. So yeah, it's a very cool thing and kind of spooky to think about. Another really awesome thing about evolution, like how on earth did this fungus evolve to basically control the mind of a fly? So, oh yeah, just climb up that stalk a bit more. Oh, just open the wings this time.
Bit
It's like,
more.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's
This is working. Yeah. The wings are a good
yeah.
option.
Note that down, yeah, for next time.
Yeah. We'll code that.
Yeah. Oh, Barnacle, have you seen one of these at the top of a tree? They're very cool.
Oh, I'm gonna have a keep a lookout then. So they just they can be found anywhere kind of thing.
Yeah, so like most species of fly get
Mm.
infected or can be affected. Yeah, I think basically any time of year, more common during the spring and autumn for whatever reasons.
Mm.
But yeah, just like look for them like dead in possibly unusual situations because you wouldn't usually see one dead one like on a plant kind of thing. Like you might see like
Yeah,
cobweb or dead on the ground or something, but
yeah.
stuck to something like tree, plant, something like that. Years ago, and very much like the fuck is this? Says Barnacle.
To be fair, that fly's thinking, the fuck is this as well?
Yeah. He's probably where his final thoughts. It's like, why am I going up here? I had Pookie, I posted a picture of a grasshopper a while back that was affected by this fungus or similar fungus.
Oh,
That's really cool.
that
I have
is
no
cool.
idea if this one's just for flies or if it affects other insects. Like there are plenty of different species which affect those different things.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that
Very
photo.
cool.
That's huh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, me and my friend never did figure out what it was. So thanks. Oh, Barnacle.
There you go. You solved a mystery.
Yeah. It's a fairly frequent, so keep an eye out, but very cool. And a bit spooky, so a bit Halloweeny themed for
Yeah,
spooky
I
things.
like that. Yeah, yeah. No, that is really cool. I like kind of abnormal, weird stuff like this. And you're so right. It's just so clever and how that's evolved to do that. You can't even fathom it.
Yeah, there's so many different stages to just everything's very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Mm,
Nature, very cool.
very cool. Oh, I forgot to
Wow.
say,
Mhm.
I can't remember, someone in the chat last week said if I had a species list for Skomer. So, and
Oh,
I didn't at the time, but then I went back and I've tried to get a number in total. So,
nice. Can we all guess? Can
according,
we guess? Let's
oh yeah,
guess.
everyone can guess. So this is everything. So like birds, plants, lichens, insects, fungi, mammals, reptiles, everything. Um, I have no idea how
Mm,
you roughly guess. I just had to go through each like taxa and was like, yeah, I think I saw that many, and just to take a rough guess. some like birds I know, and then other ones, especially like insects, I just had to make best guesses. But if anyone can,
210.
210. Is
Come on, people.
anyone
What do we
anyone
think?
got a guess in the chat? So I think last week when we
900
had,
people says.
oh my
That's
gosh, I wish.
like
I think I guessed like 150, 200 when I was asked and just came up off the top of my head. But I will say that I think it was around 293.
Whoa! That's a
Well,
or
322, that's
322.
close.
That is
That's
close.
close.
Wow, that's a lot of species.
Yeah. So I had 82 birds, and that was like I was confident that's how many birds I've seen. 2 fish, around 50 plants, trees, grasses, and shrubs, things like that. Around 10 lichens and mosses, 4 ferns and bryophytes and brackens, things like that. 124 insects and insects and things like insects. So I was like, I think around 50 moths, 10 butterflies, 3 dragonflies, around 5 beetles, 15 bugs, 10 bees, wasps, and ants, 1 sawfly, around 7 hoverflies, 3 cranefly, 5 other flies, 1 grasshopper, 1 earwig, 2 caddisflies, 2 lacewings, 2 springtails, 3 spiders, 2 mites, 2 sentient millipedes, 3 woodlice, 4 slugs and snails, 1 worm. So that was about 124 insects and insect-like things. Around 10 fungi, 8 mammals, which is a surprising large number, and 5 reptiles and amphibians. So around 293.
That is impressive. That's really cool.
Yeah,
That
oh
is
yeah,
really
because that was what I had seen on Skomer. That was my
right.
Skomer species list, roughly. Yeah.
Quite successful. Quite a successful trip.
Yeah, when I wasn't going out actively looking for stuff, I think it was a pretty good just for
Yeah.
passive species collecting.
Yeah, just moseying about. Yeah, just shows how biodiverse it is there.
Yeah, and it's not even like the most biodiverse because it's managed just for seabirds. So there really
Yeah.
aren't many plants, so there's not really that many invertebrates, but
Yeah.
just going out and finding things. There's lots. Places where it's managed for biodiversity and all the different habitats, then
Yeah.
it'd be so there. It'd be amazing.
Oh my god, yeah. That's very cool. Very cool. Cool. I think that's it for tonight.
I have a news article we can go over.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll go over a news article. But yeah, I think that's all from me apart from that. But I had one which I didn't go over last week, but it's from, I think it was around a week and a half. 1st of October this came out. It's a bit old, but it's from The Guardian, and it's saying botanists identify 33 global dark spots with thousands of unknown plants. So a Q study has revealed areas with at least 100,000 undiscovered plant species, most likely to be under threat of extinction. Botanists have identified 33 dark spots around the world where thousands of plant species are probably waiting to be discovered, according to new research. From a palm tree in Borneo that flowers underground to Malagasy orchid, I hope I pronounced that correctly, that spends its life growing on other plants, researchers are still making dozens of new species discoveries every year. But with more than 100,000 plant species believed to be undiscovered, the majority of which are believed to be at a risk of extinction, a new project led by Kew's Royal Botanic Gardens is highlighting parts of the world where botanists should be concentrating their search. From Madagascar to Bolivia, scientists have identified the areas of plant diversity in an effort to turbocharge identification. The study, published in the journal New Phytologist, builds on analysis by researchers at Kew last year that found that 3/4 of all undescribed plant species were likely to be threatened with extinction. Which is quite a scary number. 3/4 of all undescribed species under threat of extinction.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. Scientists believe the unknown species could hold clues to future drug discoveries, fuels, or other innovations. Professor Alexander Antonelli, Director of Science at Kew and senior author of the paper, said the research was aimed at helping to better target conservation and speed up the rate of plant discoveries, warning that many species would become extinct before they were ever known to science at the current rate of identification. Which is a really sad thing
That's
to
a sad
think about.
problem. Yeah,
Just,
things are going
yeah,
extinct before we even know about
yeah,
them.
it's really sad. We're protecting 30% of the planet by this decade under current UN targets. Targets is the main
Mhm.
phrase. But we don't know which areas to protect unless we have the right information, Antonelli says. Previous research has shown that biologists haven't been particularly efficient in documenting biodiversity. We've gone back to the same places over and over again, and we've neglected some areas that may contain lots of species, he said. Most of the regions are in Asia, which has 22 areas listed as in need of further research, including the islands of Sumatra, the eastern Himalayas, Assam in India, and Vietnam. In Africa, Madagascar and South Africa's Cape provinces were identified, while Colombia, Peru, and southeastern Brazil were areas highlighted in South America. Almost all of the areas overlap with areas that have already been identified as biodiversity hotspots, areas of the planet that are rich in life but are threatened with destruction. Dr. Samuel Peronon, a biology lecturer at Queen Mary University of London, an honorary research associate at Kew and a lead author of the paper, said all countries have agreed to preserve and restore biodiversity, including plant biodiversity. How do we do this if we don't know what species we are talking about and what the biodiversity is and where we can restore it? Many of the countries where these dark spots occur have limited capacity for formal species identification, and the researchers said they hoped the analysis would inspire future collaborations between research institutions and local people around the world. The scientists warned that members of the public should not collect species themselves due to strict international laws on moving biodiversity around the planet, as well as potentially threatening the survival of species, but said taking photographs of plants in these areas and sharing them on citizen science platforms could help. Peronin said it's a great opportunity to strengthen partnerships between scientists and citizens because platforms like iNaturalists rely on both. People take photos of things they think might be interesting to the rest of the world, and scientists are key because they help identify those species. Next month, governments will meet at the COP16 Biodiversity Summit in Cali, Colombia, for the first time since they agreed in 2022 on targets to prevent the loss of life on Earth this decade. So there's a really interesting article.
That is an interesting article. And you know what I was thinking? We were on about AI. AI would be brilliant for these places,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if it just
So
can't
many areas
recognize.
unknown, and especially if they're all going, or lots of them are threatened with extinction, you kind of need that speed aspect to just try and
Yeah,
find out what's there.
yeah, the speed. But that is really interesting. I feel like those kind of areas, yeah, just completely, yeah, like I said, what they describe them as black zones, dark,
Dark spots.
dark spots. Yeah,
Yeah, it's interesting to think protect what we've found and know about, but then there's always the area of protecting things we don't even know exist, which in some parts of ecology and things is even larger than the stuff we already know about.
yeah, oh
Which
for
is
sure. Yeah,
crazy to think.
yeah.
But yeah, and it also mentions that we've got COP16 coming up. So that'll be an
hmm
interesting series of talks, and hopefully we'll get something productive out of it.
Yeah, or it would just be lovely greenwashing again, but who knows? Stay
Yeah.
tuned.
Hooray! See how happy
Like,
we are over the next few weeks.
yeah, I always used to get really excited about the cops. Like when I was like, oh yeah, yeah, like everyone's meeting, everyone's gonna talk. But then I think from years and years of like looking out and watching out now, not much happens. Really, not
Yeah.
too. But that's me being pessimistic. I'm looking forward to see what happens. No, it's nice it happened.
Yeah, hopefully with enough external pressure from campaigners and activists, and hopefully governments around the world becoming more competent. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it will become a really important meeting of people to actually make change.
Yeah, exactly. To physically make some change. For sure. No, I'll keep an eye out for that. So when is it?
I'm not sure. Look it up actually. They said next month. From October 21st to November the 1st. So starting in 5 days actually. That's really not long.
There we go, guys.
So we'll probably start hearing about things next week.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Keep an eye out. And we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah. But yeah, that's everything that I've got for this week.
Cool. Well, yeah, me and Nick are not feeling the best.
Yeah.
We're feeling a bit under the weather, like I'm sure everyone is. With the change.
Everyone's ill with something. I think, all like the students go back to university here, so all the freshers flu and things just spread between the students, and now just into everyone else around here. So
honestly, yeah, I'm hoping after these kind of 2 illnesses that my antibodies are going to be like through the bloody roof. Like no one can affect me.
It's like slight like pathogen comes like no. It's like proper boosted immune system.
Yeah. I hope. Okay, cool. Well, I will see you guys in 2 weeks, and Andrew will be back next week. Are you back?
I should be back next week as well. Fingers crossed. Yeah.
To see more of your Skomer wildlife encounters.
Yeah, I'll see if I can squeeze any more in, but maybe that's
I'm
it.
sure.
But yeah,
I'm sure you could squeeze some more in.
always could, but yeah, see if I have more recent highlights to go through.
True. This is true, actually. Yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing it.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you next week and the week after. And I'll see you the week after.
Have a lovely week, everyone.
Yeah, have a good week, everybody. Is it raining? I don't know. If it is, stay dry and have a nice nature weekend.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.